Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here and welcome back to my channel and another video in which we're going to be talking about the new expansion pack for The Sims 4, The Sims 4 Country Living, Cottage Living. Oh no, I keep getting pack names wrong. I always call Dream Home Decorator, Dream Home Designer, and now I can just tell I'm gonna call this one Country Living when I know it's Cottage Living. But I obviously reacted to the trailer when that first came out, and then I asked you lot if you would like to see sort of a wish list type video from me. So this is a wish list tied in with stuff you might not know because the Sims team have gone on a spree. Sim Guru Romeo was sprinkling in little bits of knowledge about this pack, so we're gonna go over that alongside my wants and hopes and dreams for what is basically my dream pack. I have been waiting for a pack like this from The Sims 4 forever. Not gonna lie, some of them I do wish was in seasons, but hey, we're getting it now a few years down the line. I'm just gonna go down the list that I randomly wrote down. So first up we have the farmers market. Obviously we've seen from the trailer that that is coming. I am fairly sure we'll probably just get another selling table as well, because I feel like even though I really like how you can show off the stuff that you've made and you can join the competitions, apparently the competitions exist for pies and the vegetables, so they rotate probably weekly, I am assuming. Hopefully we'll be able to put them down because I would quite like to also be able to sell our produce not only through our inventory but in that little farmers market. I'm sure there'll be a maker table somewhere, which is what you can usually sell off. I would, however, really like it if we could bundle our crops together. We could do, what's the word, a basket of our crops, and then you could sell that at a higher rate rather than just individually, because it does look a little bit silly, I'm not afraid to say it, when you just have random harvestables on a table, oh, you want this pumpkin? Oh, you want this aubergine? I would really like it if you could create little baskets to sell your fruit and veg in. I just think that would be really, really cute. Something a little bit different. I mean, not wild out of the box, but I do think it would be cute. Then for the kiddos, we are getting cooking. I think that will just be in some of the special recipes. I don't think we'll get cooking in base game, but I'm not 100% sure if we'll be getting cooking in base game. Maybe not. And then we are also getting gardening. At least from the blog, it said get the kids out there and get them learning about the big vegetables. So fingers crossed that means that kids will also be able to garden, which you lot know I've wanted that for ages. I wanted it in seasons. I wanted it in eco lifestyle. We're finally getting it. I just feel like this pack is a finally to me. It ties so many loose ends together for me, and I just think this is the last pack that I needed to really feel like I could cut off that portion of The Sims and be this is complete. Living off the land is now finished. It's done. We don't need any more. It's enough slices. I keep saying that, but it's so true. However, I would also like a little bit more for kiddos. They did say, Sim Guru Romeo actually said, when it comes to gameplay, we also added some additional things to children, more info to come. So he answered someone's question about that on Twitter. Personally, I'm just saying it would be a good time to add a lemonade stand back, a little easy bake oven. You know, if our parents are baking in the kitchen with us, how about we have our own little easy bake oven, or one of those kitchen play sets, you know, the wooden ones. It would be so cute. There's so much that they could add for kids. I really want playing Tig back. There's so much simple stuff that we're missing. Dressing up, dressing up boxes, magic shows. I just think kids could have so much, but for like a farming pack, definitely like a lemonade stand or like any juice stand, really. Like they could take the stuff that hopefully if kids do get gardening, which is all signs are pointing to yes currently, but they could use their produce and like create juices and sell them, get some pocket money. I just think it would be very, very cute. Please, Sims team, please tell me it's in there. Then I wanted to talk about the little town square, because I initially said in my like trailer reaction that I doubt that we could like interact with the shops, but then there was a person who was window shopping, like they were stood outside the shop and they looked like they were looking into it. I don't know if that's just like an idle animation that they would have created, but one of my biggest feedbacks of Snowy Escape was having that town center and not being able to like rent snowboards or anything from that little square. I thought it was very weird. Like it was all basically set design, and I know Plumbella Jessie also said the same thing. So I kind of hope that like the shops may be interactable in a way. However, I don't think that one's gonna happen because we obviously had loads of the food stalls, and usually when there's like a lot of stalls, like there was a garden stall that Agatha was running, there was also like a produce stall that someone else was running. Usually when they add in those stalls, it means that most of the stuff around it is gonna be set design. But I would really like it if it was like a Sims 3 rabbit hole. I feel like every simmer is about to say rabbit hole so much. But if it was like Batu, for example, where like you could just go in and then pick a like food item off the menu, if you could do that for like the greengrocers, like when you're picking up ingredients, although we do also have a delivery person as well, which again is making me think that we're probably not going to get that in this pack. Next up is foraging, which has actually been confirmed. So that was confirmed in the blog post that we were having foraging, and you can get like certain berries to turn your milk into chocolate milk. I'm assuming that's where you could also get a lot of the new seeds. Obviously like mushrooms, which is something I've wanted like from Seasons. I really would have loved to see that in Seasons, but hey, we're getting it now, and that makes me very, very happy. And that was just a wish, but I mean, it's already been confirmed, so I'm happy with that. Another wish that has been confirmed is canning. I don't know if preserves have actually been confirmed, but I do know that Simguru Romeo said we actually tied canning to the cooking skill. So it's not its own separate skill, but you will be able to do canning, which I kind of suspected because we did see a jam jar in quite a lot of the scenes throughout the trailer, which made me think like, oh my god, please tell me we are getting canning and preserved. Does look like we get it. A little bit of a shame that it's not its own skill, especially when you look at like eco lifestyle and like how many different like skills and hobbies came with that. Once again, pumpkins were on my Seasons wish list. They have been announced. We are getting pumpkins. However, I do hope that they tie pumpkins into spooky stuff, because obviously we are able to carve pumpkins, and whenever you carve a pumpkin at the pumpkin carving station, they just like whip it out of their back pocket, which I mean they would still do, but I hope that like if you have like pumpkins in your inventory from your sim actually growing them, they'll be able to like deplete when you carve them, because I love setting it up in like parks. Like I love creating a little pumpkin patch in autumn where your sims can go pick the pumpkins. However, I just had to like do it with decor pumpkins before now. Now they can actually grow them, and also maybe like pumpkin pie and stuff, which we are getting pies. So I'm assuming that all of the veg that we get, we're getting lettuce, aubergine, pumpkins, watermelon, and then I think another one as well. But I'm assuming all of the new harvestables that we get will probably be able to be turned into pies. I don't like gravy. I am so excited for the amount of times I'll be able to quote Chicken Run. This pack is so English, I bloody love it. However, speaking of this pack being English, we actually got confirmed from Simguru Romeo that there unfortunately wasn't going to be any like traditional careers, and what he meant by that is obviously you can make money off like the new lot challenge and also like harvesting not your animals, harvesting your crops, and also like getting milk and eggs and stuff like that from your animals. So that's gonna make you money, but there isn't like an actual like job or career that you can join. Like there's not a new one in this pack, which again, I do feel like is a slight missed opportunity. I know that a lot of the budget obviously went to the big animals and like rigging them up and getting the movement and stuff like that. Like they were all brand new animations, and animations really do take up a lot of time and money within video games. So I can kind of see where the budget went. However, I would sort of love something just to fill it out, especially for those players who maybe don't want to be quite as hands-on. And I was thinking, I was gonna say milkman, but I guess milk person, because women and everyone else can also do that career. We just always call them milkmen where I'm from. But like as a little part-time job, like being able to deliver your own milk, even if it was like a rabbit hole career where your sim just like spawns off the lot, kind of how in like Island Paradise, we had a couple of like part-time careers. Like we had fishing, we had lifeguard. I really would have loved to see that. And also like a post person career, like a little postman Pat. It's in such like a quaint English village type scenario, and I find it really weird that we got like postcards and yet we can't obviously like join a post person career. I just think that would be very cute, and yeah, it might not add a lot of gameplay, but it would have been nice to have. Not that I'm saying anyone who does those jobs is only part-time, because that is not true, and they work extremely hard and like are out in all weathers, so absolute respect to those people. But in the game wise, it would have been nice to have just like sort of an off the lot career. When it comes to the animals, my only really like wish list is that I hope they don't like roll them back from before The Sims 3. We obviously had chickens on The Sims 3 store, and cows were also on The Sims 3 store as well, and you could use a cow tip. I will be happy if that's not in the game. I did it. I went and played back Sims 3 recently and the farming, and I did cow tipping for the first time, and it was horrible. My cow was like mooing, it sounded like it was crying, and then it like struggled to get back up. No, I don't want to do that to my poor babies. However, you can play tic-tac-toe with them, and I really hope that in The Sims 4 we can also play tic-tac-toe. I just hope there's a couple of like fun interactions. Obviously, we had Charles the evil chicken as well. So there was that chicken who was fighting with the woman. There are new deaths, so maybe like Charles can kill your Sims. I personally would like to see it. I want to get in a fight with Charles. Peter, don't come for me. Peter? Petter? I don't know. Please don't come for me. I'm not really gonna punch a chicken, but I would like to do it in The Sims 4. Please and thank you. But yeah, I just hope there's some like fun interactions. We did see a sim like kind of ringing a cowbell and like dancing with a cow, which I thought was very cute. So I hope we get more of that, and it's not like they don't just feel like sort of like things that you only interact with when you like take milk from them. Finally, my last wish, which I feel like I've gone on about so much recently, but tea. And I know everyone's gonna say it, Molly, we have a tea maker in base game. Why are you so obsessed with tea? My name is the EnglishSimmer. I'm not saying that the English own tea. That is absolutely not correct. We are colonizers. We stole that. Please do not think that's what I'm saying here. However, we had Snowy Escape. It would have been incredible if we had a tea ceremony in Snowy Escape. We didn't get it then. We had the Courtyard Oasis kit, which is Moroccan themed. There was a tea set decoration. However, it wasn't interactable at all because that was just a build and buy mode set. But in Morocco, tea is a really big thing. And once again, we're getting an English countryside. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like we have a kettle or a teapot, which I would just love. I know we have the tea maker, but it's not the same. It really isn't. And I know I'm gonna sound like a tea snob, but I genuinely wouldn't mind if they just took the teas that we got from that. I actually quite like the teas that we got from that. They give you like different little buffs. It's cute. I enjoy that. But please, just give us a kettle or a teapot. Have us be able to pour our own tea. It would make this pack so English, and I'm so here for it. Please don't just give us another decor teapot, but that's what I feel like it's going to be, because I did see a kettle in the scene with, like, the kitchen, so I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I would like it to be a thing. But I actually want to go through this page on Sims Community. Jovan has been an absolute angel once again. All credit and props and love go to Jovan. I absolutely adore this man so much. And I will link this down below if you want to go look at it yourself. This is everything that SimGuru Romeo has taken to Twitter to tell us about. So create a sim, we're adding a good variety of male clothing. I'll believe it when I see it, I'm just saying. Minus the twists that we did see in the trailer, I absolutely love that hairstyle. They do look very similar to what we've had before. But then we have cows, llamas, and chickens will not take up a household slot. They are just technically objects, so you place down their little huts that they live in, the animal shed, to purchase a cow or a llama for the shed. You'll also be able to purchase a chicken coop and have up to 8 chickens per coop. So that's quite a lot of chickens. And they do actually have a little bit of like free range, so they can just like sort of wander around over like probably a specific set of tiles. Bunnies and birds can be found in the wild. As you befriend these cuddly creatures, you can purchase a rabbit or bird home for your lot and have them show up more often. I did say like having cages for rabbits in my trailer reaction. I meant hutches and runs. Like, I grew up having rabbits. We never kept them in a cage. We had huts and runs for them, mainly to keep them safe from foxes here in the UK, because foxes are absolute bastards in the UK. I said cages because of obviously like My First Pet stuff, and it would have been like too similar, I feel. So they are actually wild, but you can build up a relationship with them. And then rabbits live in the tree stumps, so you can move those into your house if you become like good enough friends. You can put them on your lot, and therefore the rabbit will like spawn on your lot, I'm assuming. Same with bird houses. Each shed will house a single cow or a llama, but we intentionally did not build fences, so you can place a couple of sheds in a fenced off area next to each other to have a mini pasture, which, I mean, you can't get better than that. I fully agree with that. You'll be able to build relationships and name the rabbits, so they will hang out on your lot. It's almost like having them as a pet without having to cage them. They are free spirits. Once you befriend them, you can place their home on any lot, but initially you will only find them in the new world. Animals will eventually die of old age, but there's always ways to keep them alive forever. You can give names to the animals. There will be a lot more info around animal clothing soon, but they will not autonomously dress up. All the wild animals in this pack will have relationships through a new gifting system. We have a gifting system with cats and dogs, so I don't know. It says brand new, but I guess we'll see. The new foxes are true wild foxes. You will not be able to add them to your household. Cows and llamas will stay near their sheds but have a generous area. You'll be able to negate the simoleon cost for all knitting items by using llama wool. Very excited about that one. If you have nifty knitting, I said I hoped for that. It has been confirmed. Bunnies are not pets that you have to feed or constantly care for. They're pretty self-sufficient. You can place their homes on your lot, assuming, okay, we've read all of that. You will only be able to breed chickens. We talked about canning. You'll be able to pack your picnic basket and bring it to some very scenic locations on Henford and Bagley. Once placed on a table, you'll be able to set up a picnic with a single interaction off the basket. So unfortunately, I would have really liked it if Sims could also like sit on the ground. I love them kind of just like lounging and talking to each other on picnic blankets, which is what we got in The Sims 3. I'm not too fussed, but I do miss it. We added a handful of new recipes. Milk bread is one of them. We added the ability to cook with a group of Sims, so kids will not cook on their own, but they can help their parents. I feel like that's going to be tied to this pack, like I said, but I guess we'll see. I think it would be weird to like have kids help with some, but not like everything. So maybe it will come in base game. We also added some additional things to children. We created a new lot challenge system. I'm excited for that for sure. All the lots in the new world will start with the wild fox challenge enabled. If you don't want foxes to pester you, you'll be able to disable that challenge. We do not have a traditional career in the sense, but Sims can absolutely make a living raising and caring for animals and giant produce. There's also a system that we will talk about soon called village errands. The locals will have lots for your Sims to do. I'm imagining that's like odd jobs in the Sims for island living. However, with odd jobs, your sim just goes off the lot. I'm assuming this is quite like Stardew Valley, so you're given a task and then your sim has to like collect those harvestables or like make pies. I'm sure it will probably tie in the gameplay in a sense. I don't think it's just gonna be like a, oh, go off your lot and do this and get some like extra change. I think you'll actually have to work for it, at least fingers crossed, because I mean, it would make sense. You do it in a lot of like farming simulation games. You'll be able to purchase beef, chicken, and other ingredients from the local shop in town, or order it through your new grocery deliver service, so you can't actually harvest your animals. I wonder if this will tie in with the meat wall from Eco Lifestyle. I think you can have beef on there, but I'm not too sure. I am excited about the new deaths for this pack. More info soon. Also, we do have a new woohoo spot, so I don't know where that's gonna be. And just before I finish up, SimGuru Romeo did talk about why horses aren't involved and can Sims swim in ponds. Making courses with the quality and depth of gameplay they deserve is a substantial undertaking. Again, it's all about like rigging and animating these new animals. We felt they are not core for garden to table experience, so we focused on the animals that are in cottage living. We are always listening to your input on all that you would like to see in future releases, and we'll continue to do so as we expand Sims 4. And then also said that, why am I so out of breath? Have I just talked so much? Jesus Christ. And can Sims swim in ponds? We wanted to provide players with as much flexibility as customizing the looks and shapes of their ponds. Because of this, Sims will not be able to swim in them. However, we wanted to make sure there was fun gameplay associated with ponds. You can find Sims splashing in the pond edges, so they'll be able to basically wade like they can in the ocean, catching fish that you have stocked in the pond, as well as decorate your pond with brand new objects and VFX. And that is it. That's like all my wish list and also all the confirmed information we have this far, at least from the day that I'm recording this video. More may have come out. It seems that if you want to stay up to date with this expansion pack, the two gurus to really follow on this one are SimGuru Romeo and also SimGuru Popcorn. They are the two that I have seen tweeting about it the most. So if you want to keep up to date, I'd suggest hopping on over to Twitter and following them. Also checking out the Sims community. Like I said, Jovan does such a stellar job at keeping up with all of the news and like is so cohesive in his writing. So big thank you to Jovan for this. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I feel so out of breath. I don't know if it's the humidity, I don't know if it's the excitement of this pack, but I feel like I need to go have my mum's inhaler. My chest's going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Thank you all so much for tuning in though. I hope this was helpful. I hope it wasn't like information overload, and I will speak to you all in my next one. I'm very excited. I can't wait. Bye. Bye, pals. Ah!